Good morning, Muscatine. We just decided that there should be millions of people watching the Muscatine Today show. Kelsey from the Muscatine County Fair is here. It's her idea. So I think you're all going to need to go find some friends so we can get up to 1 million people watching this for Kelsey. First thing before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to all our sponsors: Bear Muscatine, Muscatine County Fair, of course, Harper's Cycling and Fitness, Becky Insurance, Muscatine Power and Water, Rivo, Impact Life Blood Center, Muscatine, Toyota of Muscatine, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Lutheran Living, and Unity Point of Muscatine. And of course, we would be remiss if we didn't mention all our friends here at Hy-Vee that let us invade their produce department every morning. Couple of things that I want to touch on from, and now Jess is laughing at me. You guys have no idea how much fun it is to step in and host a show with your crew laughing at you. Anyway, yesterday there was an event at one of the schools, a little bit of a, it sounds like a road ragey sort of issue. And that part I'm not so much interested in, but what I'm interested in and what I'm really happy about is how well the school district responded, the police department responded. It was handled. Some of the people in the area didn't even know what was going on. And so I want to just give a shout out to Whitney Pena, the other officers that were involved, the school district staffs. From everything I've heard, you all did a tremendous job handling something that could have escalated, didn't. Nobody has anything to worry about. Kids were always safe. All the protocols were followed. And it just shows that, you know, you don't always notice it in Muscatine, but you have a lot of good people doing the jobs they do. And when even little things like that happen, they jump right in, they handle it, and everything's fine. So again, big shout out to everybody for handling that and keeping all our kids safe. Again, and everybody that hears this, it wasn't like a big crazy thing, but just, you know, one of those things that happens from time to time. So something else coming up this Friday night, we'll actually be at the Unidome for the Muskie football game. There's one catch. Like last week, we weren't able to go to PV at all. They wouldn't let us go. They're the only school in the state that doesn't let us come. This weekend at the Unidome, we actually won't be able to broadcast live just because of their arrangements with the Unidome and some stuff like that. But what we will be able to do is we will be able to record it, and we'll put it out Saturday morning for you. So you'll be able to see the whole thing in its entirety, just like Friday night, but we'll just have to play it out Saturday morning for you. You'll be able to find that, of course, on MPW Channel 3, PCTV. We'll have it on our Facebook, YouTube channels. If you've got a Roku device, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, you can download our app. You'll be able to get it there. So watch for that Saturday morning. Support our Muskies, who, if you watched the last game, oh, and I want to thank Muscatine. Holy cow. 2 Friday nights ago, Ty Kozad had this amazing night. The Muskies had an amazing night, beat Burlington for like, I don't know, the 3rd time in 600 years or something like that. And we had like just shy of like 1,000 people watching from Muscatine between the channel on MPW and social media and everything. And I was just amazed and happy with the response from Muscatine supporting our kids. So keep it up, tune in Saturday morning, and then after that we'll be back to our normal Friday night lights. So this morning I have a guest who I actually met for the first time this summer. And it was a whirlwind of an introduction. Kelsey from the Muscatine County Fair is here with me. We stepped in this year and started doing some broadcasts from out there. We started doing some more marketing and helping get people out there, get the word out. And so this year, you know, I've been to the fair before, of course, like everybody has. But this year was my first year of being able to actually be behind the scenes and see how it all actually works. And I was amazed at the number of people that are involved. I mean, like, I knew it was a big project, but like,
didn't realize there's 18 people on the board.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 18 people on the board, yeah. And then each one of those 18 has like
a job
and crews and volunteers and all this other stuff. And like, I should have known it would be that big, but you just don't realize it because you go and you do the things you do.
Yep.
You don't realize what all it takes.
Yeah, and they do a lot of behind the scenes work.
Yeah, so, you know, this year, you know, there's all the standard fair stuff, you know, all the livestock shows and all that stuff. You guys had a great bandstand. this year, like Sawyer Brown on.
Yeah, Sawyer Brown. It was really big this year. You know, the grandstand was full, the bleachers were full, the track was full. You know, it was a crowd that, you know, we used to experience, you know, in the 90s and early 2000s, and it was just a really cool thing to see come back.
Yeah, and I was there for the Sawyer Brown concert. We had cameras out and doing that whole thing, and I just, man, it was amazing. There were so many people, and everybody was still so stinking polite. Like, you know, we're down on the track, you know, right in front of the stage, and everybody's like, "Oh, excuse me, sorry, pardon me." Not what you expect, but that's, you know, it's an Iowa thing, right?
Yeah.
So that was so much fun. What were your highlights from the fair this year? And don't worry, we will get to the crazy monster trucks coming in just a minute. But what was your highlight from the fair this year?
I mean, you know, it's kind of a tie, you know. Sawyer Brown, that was definitely a big one for us. Just to see all the people come out and really support the fair. And then obviously Sunday of fair too. The trailer races and the demo derby, I mean, really brought in a good crowd of people. And the demo derby show, I mean, grew exponentially this year. And then the trailer races, I mean, they're popular every single year. I mean, the crowd just continues to show up and see that. And it's just a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun.
Well, and that's the thing that, you know, we've done a lot of events over the years. And the one thing that I loved learning about the fair was how well you guys do this blend of the traditional fair stuff, but then also enough stuff that's new to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
You know, like, of course, you know, bottle cap shows are going to be bottle cap shows. I mean, that's what they are. But then you throw in a demo derby and you throw in, and it just, you know, next year. Any highlights for next year yet? You got that done? I mean, come on, we're 11 months out. You got it ready yet?
11 months out. We're definitely working on it. We actually started working on our grandstand entertainment 2 weeks following fair. So I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, as we're wrapping up fair, we're already looking ahead towards next year, and so we're still working on that. There's nothing solidified yet by any means. But you know, we're definitely working on it, and we can't wait to see what we're able to come up for next year.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and I love the fact that hopefully you guys like what we did, and we get to be involved earlier and sooner and be a part of it. And I think Muscatine has room to grow in that area. You know, I mean, I think
we have a lot of potential.
Yeah, especially when, you know, it's one of those few events in this area where the handful of towns in Muscatine County can all actually come together and really do something great. I mean, because West Liberty has a tremendous facility there. Like, I mean, it's nuts. And then, you know, you've got Muscatine, who can provide people and all this other stuff, as well as, you know, even the Wiltons, and each one seems to have like their own little role, and it's really cool. Like, you see the Wilton Chamber is a sponsor, if I remember right. You know, as a whole, like, they are all like, this thing is great for all of us, so we're going to help throw in on this. And so it's great. And
it really does bring all the communities together, and you know, that's one of the big things we pride ourselves on at the fair. You know, it's tradition. It's something that, like, many times when you go to the fair, there's people you haven't seen since last fair, and so a lot of people are just trying to catch up with each other, and it just, like, one of the big things we just keep going back to is tradition. It's, you know, it's a tradition thing. You know, I grew up at the fair, you know, and, you know, went there as a kid, and, you know, and as I continued to grow up, and then, you know, for me to be able to work there, I mean, it's kind of like a dream come true, because it's, you know, that was my hobby until I made it my job. And so, you know, for other people, you know, it's a tradition.
Yeah. Well, and what, again, we all talked about this several times, and what I love about the fair is, you know, like, my family on spec isn't necessarily what you would think of as a fair goer. You know, I mean, I'm the media guy, my wife's an accountant, my son's the basketball kid, you know. But there's stuff for us to do there, you know, I mean, between the carnival and then, you know, then you get to the petting zoos and stuff like that. You know.
And we even added in, like, so something new last year, we did kids zones. And
those
so,
awesome.
Those were great. So, you know, the older kids that maybe can, you know, go to the carnival and ride those rides, but maybe there's some of the, you know, younger kids that just aren't big enough, or, you know, mom and dad need a break. So we, you know, added that stuff in. We got the puppet shows. Again, that's a tradition thing. It's a third generation putting on the puppet show, and I mean, that just is popular every single year.
The one that still amazes me, and yes, again, we will get to the monster trucks coming. I have not forgotten the monster trucks. the other one that amazed me was watching the chainsaw guy.
Yep.
I've seen people do it before, but man, this guy all week long is like hacking and sawing, and they go over to the mill that's there on the grounds.
Yep.
You know, they cut him some wood, and then he goes to town. And then at the end of the week, they sell them, and it's a fundraiser for the fair. And you know, this year he did like logos of the local high schools and a bunch of cool stuff.
He was on the show. We didn't.
Yeah. You can go back and watch. He was on. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, James Dinkins. He's good.
Everything cool. We've interviewed him, so you can go back into the archives of the Muscatine Today show and find him.
Yep.
But he
makes
great.
Yeah, he makes benches. He'll make like an era cord. He'll make like a fallen soldier. I mean, he can do anything. Yeah. He's so talented.
So, okay, so that's enough about what happened this summer. What I'd actually like to do right now is talk about what's coming up. And honestly, I don't think we can do it justice just talking about it. So Jess should have a clip ready here that's the promo for what's about to happen this weekend at the fair grounds.
Monster Truck Wars, featuring freestyle champion outlaw Hello So Local, Tombstone, Arizona Sheriff, the debut of former world champion Equalizer, plus Quad Wars. Kids seats are still just $10. Check out the pre-show party in the pits with pictures and autographs from the drivers. Plus, take a ride in a real monster truck. Get tickets and details at monstertrucks.fun. Monster Truck Wars.
Okay, so now everybody knows what Monster Truck Wars are. Not that you probably didn't, but I think back to my days as a kid, Bigfoot and all those others, like they're literally going to be out at the fairgrounds this weekend. So Kelsey, how did this all come to be? Like, what's it going to look like when you get there, do you know?
Yeah, so, I mean, Monster Truck Wars, they'll be bringing in 4 different monster trucks, so we're excited to see those. They will also have like VIP pit passes for sale, so that kids and adults, I guess, could go down in the pits, you know, meet the drivers, you know, get to ride in a truck, all that sort of stuff.
Wait, they get to ride in a truck?
Yeah, if they purchase like the VIP pit party pass.
So I think you need to call them and get me a media pass for that.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe Jess too.
It should be a lot of fun. Like I said, I mean, these are the monster trucks that you see on TV, and you know they contacted us because you know they're kind of en route, and so it kind of fell into place, which was really nice. And so we're excited. It's been quite a while since something of this caliber has been in our area, and so we're just really excited to have them in town.
Well, and I think, you know, to speak to that, I think the last time something like this was in the area was it had to be 4 or 5 years ago, because my son's in 5th grade, maybe 1st, 2nd grade.
Yep.
We took him and a friend up to Monster Jam up in the Quad Cities.
Yeah.
And they had an absolute blast. They'd never seen it before, you know, but they're like, that looks cool. So we went up and man, they had an absolute blast.
Yep.
It's all they talked about for about 2 or 3 weeks. And so, you know, if you've got younger kids, definitely bring earplugs. I would assume they'll be selling some there.
Yeah,
but
they will be.
But bring some. The kids had an absolute blast.
Oh.
And so I think, so VIP tickets are $30.
Yep, so if you purchase your tickets ahead of time, it's definitely your advantage, because VIP tickets are $30, adult tickets are $20, and child tickets are $10. And like I said, that's if you purchase your tickets online now ahead of time. If you wait and purchase them the day of, they will be available to purchase the day of, as long as they don't sell out on tickets. And if that's the case, the prices do go up. So then your VIP passes are $40, and that doesn't matter whether it's child or adult. And then your adult tickets are $30, and your child tickets are $20.
So basically, save $10 a pop. Buy them now.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And then parking that day, it'll be $10 per vehicle that comes in.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's cool. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it starts at what, 1 o'clock?
1 o'clock. So the gates will open at 11. Okay. The show actually runs 1 to 3. And then there's a meet and greet afterward from 3 to 3:30.
Gotcha. So it makes a nice day. Have some lunch out there. I assume, will concessions be open?
Yeah, yep. They'll have concessions. They're going to have pizza and different things like that, and some pop and whatnot for sale. And so yeah, the
last day at the fair for the year.
Yeah, I mean,
you guys are done after this.
Yeah,
right?
This is pretty much our last big event for the year, and then we'll, like I said, start working on next summer's events. But we're just really excited for this one because it's something completely new for us in our area.
Yeah, and you know, again, this goes to you guys and the Fair Board have done a great job of starting to like bring back that traditional entertainment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there was some races at West Liberty Fair again.
Yeah, we did
this summer. So I'm really looking forward to see what comes out next year.
Yeah,
there's a lot of cool stuff. You guys, again, just in the conversations, you guys have done a great job of trying to be forward-looking and what
Yeah.
the area needs. I mean, like, okay, yes, we've had a fair. When did the fair start? For crying out loud, it's like.
So this is our 170th year.
Yeah, 100, yeah, I knew it was a ton.
Yeah. So we are the oldest fairgrounds in Iowa.
Right, and so you know we have this huge tradition, and that's 1 week out of the year, right?
Yep.
But we still have all these facilities that can be used. So the other thing, if you guys are event planners out there, or you've had an idea for a big cool event for the area, reach out to either me or to Kelsey or to somebody, and you know let's see how we can keep bringing more stuff into the area.
Absolutely.
So, it's great for everybody's economy. It's great for everything.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else you want us to know? I mean, it's pretty simple. Come see big trucks, right?
Yeah, come see big trucks. Like I said, these are the ones you see on TV. So highly recommend you coming out. And like I said, it should be a good time for the entire family.
Awesome. Well, so you guys heard it here. Go see monster trucks. I do want to touch on one serious thing before we leave. I just want to reach out and let Scott and Autumn Schultz know we're thinking about it. Scott lost his father yesterday, which is why Autumn's not here. And just know that all your friends and family at Pearl City Media and Discover Muscatine are thinking about you. And if you need anything, you know where to find us. So on that note, Muscatine, go have a great day. Get ready for some Muskie football this weekend. And after you watch the Muskie football game Saturday morning, go watch some big monster trucks out at the fair. So have a good one. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Hi, I'm TJ Deere, General Manager here at Toyota of Muscatine.
Hi, I'm Megan, and I'm from Muscatine.
My name is Logan, and I'm from Muscatine.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we believe in investing in our community.
And that's why all our members are local to the Muscatine area.
It's why we give generously to charities based in our city.
Because we believe that giving back means paying it forward.
That's why an investment in us is an investment in our